some noise. W6PQ up. Yeah. Right there, your W. That was pipeline down there today.
Kilo Golf 6, Charlie Echo 5.
Well, Sonora.
KJ6, ZKE.
No, I got to go and pick up the water truck I drive, and I got a job in the morning, and I wanted to get checked in. All right, thank you, Mike. You guys have a good evening.
Good evening, Mike. Just staying inside and staying cool. KT6 ZKE. No, not at the moment, but I got to get up early and mow the lawn, so that's yet to do. Roger that, as long as the mower starts. Yeah, and I wouldn't blame it either. Yeah, it seems like August already. Yeah, it seems the older I get, though, the hotter it seems to be outside. Anytime you get rid of the bats, that's a good thing.
K60USY 1079. Yep, I'm at home and been home all weekend and staying out of the heat and it's been interesting. So and I gotta once the sun goes down far enough, I'm gonna go outside and mow my lawn. It's 102 still outside, so I'm waiting for it to cool off just a little bit. But I got to get out there before it gets too dark. So I'll be listening. And Bozo 1100 is in the other room wrestling kids. So K60USY.
In the other room, trying to stay cool, I bet you. Well, maybe not. You may have a nice air-conditioned house there. As long as you don't go out and mow the lawn, you're going to be cool. We had a big dip in the pool today. From about 5 o'clock to 6, we were in the pool, and boy, was it nice.
Yeah, I'd have to break into my neighbor's backyard to get into a pool. So I'll just rinse my head with the hose or something. And we got solar, and that's keeping the house nice and cool. So K60USY, I'll be listening.
Yeah, very good. Well, we've had a little excitement through the week. I don't know what's going on with PG&E. They're having some little problem down the road from me. It's gone off 3 times in the last 3 or 4 days with 150 customers affected. So it's something very local to me here. And but it went off again today, but it wasn't off long enough for them to even call. By the time they got the notice to call us to tell us we were out of power, we had it back on again. The other thing we got was the new well. The new well is in, and the only catastrophe there was that it cost a few more bucks, but that was to be expected because they had some problems and they had to put new wire in and stuff. But when we got it, I woke up the next morning after the well had been running all night, or filling the tanks anyway, and I had water running down the road from the tanks up on the hill. I thought, oh crap, I blew a tank or broke a tank. But it wasn't a lot of water, but it was a lot in the sense that it had been running for an hour or two to get 100 feet, 200 feet down the road. And it turns out that I guess one of the limit switches didn't turn one of the pumps off. I'm not sure which one didn't work, but Frank's going to check that out tomorrow when he gets here. Although we may not find it, it may have corrected itself by now, because by the time I got up there after I saw the water in the road, and actually it happened at the same time we had a power outage, so my generator was running, and I went up to make sure that everything was okay, and that it was a real power outage, and it wasn't just a generator running for nothing. And about that time we got a call from PG&E, said, your 150 customers are out in your area. It'll be on by 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I think that was Friday or Saturday. And they had it back on by 8:30, so they surprised themselves. Anyway, we found that I think what happened was one of the limit switches, after the water got up to the top of the tank and started to run over, the limit switch was banging on the top of the tank, and it probably all of a sudden started to work, and it disconnected, and it turned the pump off. So we only flooded maybe 100 gallons of water over the top. Otherwise, other than that, no excitement whatsoever here, over.
Hello, Central Valley, KG6EXO, Delta Mike 13, Southern California.
Yeah, KG6EXO or DXO, Echo X-Ray Oscar, K6MYC, Bozo 47, Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie, Bozo 47, over. I did not get your number. KG6EXO, give me your Bozo number again. Give me your Bozo number, your Bozo number, your Bozo number. Maybe somebody can fill in for you. Give me your Bozo number, over. 137. We got it. Thanks very much. Very light on that one, but we got it. Thanks for 137. Again, I'm Bozo 47.
Good evening, Mike. KG6EXO. This is Kilo Mike 6, Sierra Romeo Romeo. Number 432, checking in down there, over. Roger, thank you. Okay, Mike.
Okay, good evening, Rob. Yeah, warm, huh?
Yeah, I was out working on the old battery on the truck. I think it's a goner.
Yeah, this hot weather takes a toll on anything that's just about ready to go, doesn't it?
Yeah, and it went when it wasn't too hot. I was up in Huntington Lake there finishing up the communications for the Climb to Kaiser. Tried to start the truck, and all they got was machine gunning, over.
Yeah, I'll be darned. So after driving it all the way up there, and then the battery failed after running it a while? That's odd.
Yeah, I have a separate battery for my radio, so that wasn't it. But I did have the doors open quite a bit, so maybe that's what pushed it over the edge, over.
Oh, I'll be darned. Okay. So you did Huntington Lake. What was that, a run or a bike ride?
It was a Climb to Kaiser bike ride, over.
Okay. It was cooler up there, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, very nice up there.
Well, I'm standing by for, let me see, KB6RQU, Rick. KB6RQU, are you there? K6MYC. Now Rick's in his pattern again, I guess. How about N6SWR? I did not hear Ben on the first call. Let's try him again. N6SWR, over.
N6SWR here.
There he is. Very short transmission, but we have you. Good evening, Ben, and I'll shoot it over to Rob and let him say hello. Go ahead, Rob.
How you doing, Ben? N6SWR, KM6SRR, number 247, right?
Down here in Bakersfield. Of course, I'm sure it's warm up there where you're at.
Yes, it's still about 100.
Yeah, it was 106 or 7 today here in Bakersfield.
Roger, Ben. I think I doubled you the first time. Just wanted to give you a shout out there.
Roger, thank you very much. Check me in.
Well, all of a sudden you got a lot of noise, Mike.
You have a lot of noise and no signals, huh?
No, I can hear the signals. They're not real loud, but I got a lot of static. I don't know. It sounds like rain splatter.
No, I don't have anything here. I've got power line noise or whatever my normal grunge is, but otherwise it's nothing bad, and the blanker takes most of it.
Roger. I guess I'll just put up with it.
Well, I'm not sure you have an option.
Yep, that's what I was saying.
Okay, well, we have Aaron in here. We had Daryl, KG6, Charlie Echo Fox was in first. And then he was talking with, who in the hell was he talking to here? Let's see if I can read my numbers.
Yeah, I heard him. He's got to go get his water truck. Terry was in there also. And I've been listening since pretty much the beginning, over.
Okay, well, then you've got everybody. Very good. Alrighty. Well, I'm not sure. We haven't heard the locals, the regulars here. We're missing W6PYP in Visalia. We're missing N6BYH, who usually pops in here somewhere. We're missing WA6OIB, AA6S, WA6AAJ, WB6COT, W6BBS, K6VBG, WA6, what is it? Hell, no, that's not right. I forgot Dan's call up here. N6, no, that's not right. HYK, no, that's what the hell's Dan's call? I got a mental blank. Anyway, we're missing Dane, WB6JNP. So quite a few on the missing side here this evening. Frank should be in here, but he was out working hard all day. He's had some problems with his batteries, not so bad as batteries. He was having trouble. One of his solar systems wasn't producing any current, any power to speak of, and he was sorting that out. I think he had that fixed, or sort of on the way to being fixed by about 11 o'clock this morning, but I don't know. But he said he was already sweating like a pig. Really hot and sweaty up there. It wasn't too bad here. Humidity's been running about 35%, which is coming down as it should. We normally would be at 20 to 25, but not too bad. Anyway, anybody else for this 2-meter Bozo Net while I'm pointed up and down the San Joaquin Valley? Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie. Very quiet. I guess we'll have to go over and see if we can get a Tascadero on here.
Yep, sounds good. You talking about Jan, the KD60JD?
No, I wasn't talking about Dr. Dan, no. Dan, yeah, God, he lives 2 doors down from Dane, KM6HK. Oh, KM6HK, that's what it is.
Yeah, 803.
803, is that you, Dan?
Yeah, that's KM6HK.
Yeah, we got you. Good evening. Talk about you and yours start burning, huh?
Yeah, right. I got a bunch of radios going here. I'm lucky I hear anything.
Okay, good evening to you. Let me get the speaker on so Judy can hear you. Give us your call sign slowly and your Bozo number again, Dan, over.
Yeah, stand by just a minute. Okay, let me try. Okay, 803, Kilo Mike 6, Hotel Kilo.
Roger, we got you. Good, nice, strong signal there. Thank you.
All right, very good. Dane's out of town for a little while, so he probably won't be checking in. He's got some personal stuff going on, I happen to know.
Yeah, no worries. Okay. I'm over toward the Tascadero here, but we're just getting the lot filled in. Judy just walked in. So we're just getting caught up here a little bit, guys. W6QUI, if you're there, Ron, K6MYC.
Yeah, good evening, Mike and others over there. W6QI, 1065, over.
Okay, you've got 2 problems. Your audio's breaking up, and you're about 500, not 500, 150 hertz high, over.
No, I don't frequency.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with my audio, but yeah, this is a VFO rig, so it's hard to get it on the exact frequency, over.
Yeah, you're so high pitched, you're talking like this, I can hardly understand you. Come on down to this frequency, Ron. KW6QUI, I'll give you some audio to tune into. W6QUI at Tascadero, number 1055. Come back down on this frequency, Ron, K6MYC, over.
Okay, hopefully I'm better now.
No, didn't change.
So I moved the dial. You changed.
Well, come on down some more. You're not even close.
Oh, I don't know what's with this rig here.
Well, you must have the RIT on.
Yeah, well, anyway, I'm here.
Okay, now you turned the RIT off. Now you're way off frequency. Okay. I'll give you some more chatter and you can tune me in again. W6QUI, K6MYC, over.
Okay. Yeah, I did have it on because I was working Eric the other day. He's never quite on the right frequency, over.
Yeah, a little better now. You're better now. Anyway, good evening to you. I wonder if Eric is here. You might take a standby and see if Eric is here or tell me if he's going to check in or not, over.
I don't know the answer to that, but Eric, are you there? I kind of doubt it. He put in 2 hard, hot days over at the field day site for our club, so he's probably home relaxing in a cool house. It got pretty warm there. We used the field right next to our museum out there. Lots and lots of room. It worked out well. They had a great time, and most of the antennas all worked, so we were happy about that. I was out helping them set up and tear down. I didn't do any operating, but I contributed a lot of labor, over.
Yeah, okay. Well, I forgot that he might be off at the field day setup there. No worries. Anyway, good to hear you. You've moved off frequency again. You're high-pitched again by 100 cycles or so.
Oh, well. Yeah, I just turned this thing on. It drifts for a while until it decides where it wants to go.
Okay, you went the wrong direction. You want to come down now. You're real high-pitched, so if you got me, you must have me low-pitched. So make me come up a little bit and pitch, and then you'll be right, over.
Okay, is that better?
Well, you're getting there. Yeah, you're within about 50 cycles now, over.
Yeah, this radio is old as most of the guys on this band, you know, so it's kind of moody sometimes.
Yeah, well, you're much easier to copy when you get on the frequency. It's difficult to copy when you're really high-pitched like that. Now, let's see if Rob is copying. Rob, are you hearing Ron down there?
Roger. Yeah, I heard him high-pitched and not here regular. How you doing, Ron? W6QUI, this is KM6SRR.
Oh, we're hanging in there. I guess we're having a problem getting on frequency tonight, but I'm close enough so you can hear me, I guess. I don't know if you guys were involved in field day, but if you were, I hope it went well and you had a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, I didn't do field day. We got screwed up on Saturday with a lot of extra stuff that we were doing, projects and stuff, and then Sunday I forgot about it. I remembered it early in the morning, but we got up so late, I didn't wake up till 9, till we missed all our normal radio schedules, and I just got out of the groove, so to speak, over.
Yeah, okay, I understand. Yeah, we broke up early today. We didn't stay until the deadline. They started breaking up at 9 o'clock. It's going to be a very warm day, and they wanted to get it out of the way. So they had a lot of fun. That's what matters.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Sounds like the museum site's a good location for them, too. They've got all the amenities, and yet they're still in the field day conditions. Very good. Ron, thanks very much. Is there anybody else that wants to say hello to Ron before we move up to Monterey? K6MYC. Okay, you're all alone, Ron. So take care down there. We'll look for you perhaps tomorrow if you have 6 meters. If not, we'll look for you maybe on Tuesday. We'll try to get Bill in here so he can hook up with you on Tuesday, and maybe we'll have a better luck with you on your signal. And I haven't heard you at all lately, not a trace. So the conditions have not been favorable between you and I. 73's W6QUI, Atascadero, K6MYC, Bozo Net, Central California.
Okay, very good, Mike. And yeah, I'll be on, as far as I know, Tuesday is open for me, so no 6 meter stuff here. So look for you Tuesday and probably Wednesday, over.
Roger, roger. Look forward to it. And give Eric our best when you talk to him there. Thank you, Ron.
Yeah, check him in, because he usually wants me to do that, but I'm sure he came home and crashed.
Yeah, we'll check him in. I'll get him in right now. Thank you, Ron. W6QUI, K6MYC, going toward Monterey.
Thank you.
Hey, Mike, did you get your 432 fixed and 6BYH 195?
Not yet, Mike. Hang on a second. Did you get his number? It's 1044 for Eric. 1044, Eric. No, the 432, well, we thought we'd look at it yesterday. We thought we'd look at it again today, but Frank's had some problems of his own up on the hill with some of his solar panels not producing, and probably just broken wires and other stuff. So I think he's got it going now, so he'll probably be down first thing in the morning, and we've got those 432 to look at. I've got an open 20 meter band, no antenna at the end of the feed line or something on 20 meters, and then we've got some well issues, very minor, but well issues since the new well is in and running fine, but we overflowed, so one of the limit switches now has failed apparently. Anyway, that's what's going on, Mike. N6BYH, number 195, and that would be Mike. Go ahead, Mike.
Okay, just stayed home all weekend. Listened around here and there for field day activity and tried to stay inside as much as we could. I had ordered some solar panels and hardware. So yesterday morning, my son and I built a small little solar plant, and it was fun. Good father-son time. That's it, and 6BYH.
Yeah, how many panels did you pick up, and what were their wattage over?
4 200 waters.
Oh, okay, very good. Yeah, those are old panels. They must be either very small or very old. I've got 200 watt panels here, but they're about 10 or 12 years old. They're producing about 160 now, over.
Yeah, the ones I'm using are about 15 years old, and they're 100 waters. The 200 waters haven't shown up yet. All the hardware for them did, the mounts for them did, but the new ones have not yet, so I'm starting to get a little concerned about it.
Yes, I hope you didn't buy them new, or maybe you did, but you got a special deal on them. What? Okay. Because the same size panel now can produce 400 to 450 watts, and that's what we're going to go over to. So I'm going to have a lot of 200 watters leftovers here before too long.
Yeah, the price does reflect that, though.
Yes, it does. They cost more, no doubt about it. All right. Yeah, okay. Well, very good. We got you logged in, and I should be okay. We'll be okay on 432 tomorrow night. I can always do it from this shack, but as you know from last Monday, I was kind of hodgepodge because I don't have very good readout on the azimuth controller here. I got you. I didn't ever hear you from this shack, I don't think. But I can hear fine from here. I just can't. The readout is about not as good. It's a meter instead of a digital readout, so I can sort of get in the general direction, but I usually have to fish it in by hand or by ear. So, and I have an amplifier that doesn't make power for the first 20 minutes of the of the net. It comes up slowly and it keeps tripping, and finally it starts to make full power, and then I can't trip it for anything. It's a very strange temperature-related failure mode. Anyway, good evening to you, Mike. Good to hear you, as always. N6BYH, K6MYC, Bozo Net, looking now toward Monterey.
7-3.
Okay. See if Scott is in there. WA6OLIE. WA6 London India Echo. WA6LIE. Let's see how the propagation is today, Scott. WA6LIE Monterey, number 618. K6MYC. Are you there, Scott?
Hey, very good evening to you, Mike. Good copy. Hopefully you got me okay. K6MYC. WA6LIE. So, give you a little bit of chatter here. I'm telling you, okay, I might be a little bit off frequency, but I already know that. I'll copy, Mike. Over.
Yeah, you're pretty good copy. I'm going to try and peak you up a little bit here on the next transmission, but you're right on the right frequency, Scott. So how are you feeling? You starting to see some results from the rehab, over?
Yeah, starting to see some results slowly but surely. You know, each day things get a little bit better. It's a slow, daunting process, but it is going forward, so that is good. Still have your good days, your bad days, but it's what it is, but it is getting better, Michael.
Yeah, okay, good days and bad days. I know how that is. Okay, well, hang in there.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations on getting through that pretty easy. You skinned through on that one. Let's hope you don't have to do that again, over.
Yeah, I hear that. So, yeah, making progress. We got to keep working on it. It requires a lot of work. So, no pain, no gain, and got a fair share of pain and a little bit of gain, but it's all worth it in the long run, Michael, over.
Rough copy on that one. You took another dip. I didn't get all of that, but anyway. I don't know what's been going on 6. I haven't had a chance to listen very much. We've been busy with other things there. Anyway, 7-3, and we'll look for you tomorrow night on 6 meters, Scott. Hopefully we'll catch you on 6 for an update. WA6LIE Monterey, K6MYC, Bozo Net, looking now for KW6 Sugar.
Mike, 7-3, we'll see you Monday, WA6LIE.
7-3, see you Monday.
K6MYC, KW6S.
Monday, 7-3, WA6LIE.
Yeah, very good. Got you, Scott. 7-3, Scott. We've got you, Tom, KW6S, 610. Good evening, and I'm sorry we missed you on Thursday, but we knew you weren't going to be there. But we had a kind of a scramble here on Thursday night. My receive in the home shack went down. I could transmit, but I couldn't receive. The preamp was working, so it must be a very short little jumper in the between the antenna relay and the preamp. It went open on me. I sound like I didn't have an antenna, but I was transmitting okay. Only people I could hear were the loud guys that were just leaking in. Hi. Anyway, we made the best of it, but I never did hear Lee. I don't know whether he was on there or not. I finally had to come out to the barn and finish up, but by that time, such a hodgepodge, I'm not sure who I got and who I didn't. Well, I shouldn't say that. We got everybody that we heard logged in, but I'm not sure if I was really efficient about looking for everybody real hard. KW6 Sugar, K6MYC, it's 105.
Very good, Mike. Yeah, I think you lost your amp, and WA6OIB was in there, and yeah, and I think Lee was in there
Thursday night, but I don't think you, because he described the fumble of getting from one station to the other and so forth, but I don't think he actually worked you or not, but he'll probably be able to tell you that here in just a moment. K6MYC, KW6S.
Okay, AMP did trip out to heat, so Ken, why don't you pick it up? Let this thing cool a bit. It's back, but I want to give it a little more cooling. We just put the fan on it. K6MYC, good evening, Ken.
Well, good evening, Mike. K6MYC and the gang. WA60IB 226 checking in. And hello to Tom over there. Nice signal tonight. Good to hear you, Tom. Good to hear you. I bet you're nice and cool over there. It was 107, almost 108 here today. So I just checked as we walked out a little bit ago, and it's 101 still. So we're still under heat stroke conditions. So anyway, KW6S and the gang, WA60IB.
Yeah, very good, Ken. Yeah, I think we were probably in the low 70s here. It seemed pretty nice. I was tapping some holes in a part and noticed it was starting to get warm, and I had realized that garage door that I usually leave open for a little ventilation had gotten closed. But yeah, it's quite nice here, and we got my wife's birthday taken care of yesterday, and my granddaughter's birthday taken care of, I guess it was Thursday, and another daughter in for a visit for the week, and boy, just all kinds of activity here and not much ham radio, but I'm back at least for this week. WA60IB, KW6S.
Very good. Well, it's good to have family all around. You betcha. Ham radio's always there, but family, you got to get them in too. Okay, very good. Well, thank you very much. Have a good week. And back to you, Mike. Before I do, I want to hand it over to another check-in here. So pause just a second, Mike. WA60IB.
This is KG6QNY saying hello there, Mike. Bozo 1091.
Oh, KG6. Is this Marcos?
That's a Roger.
Give me the call again, Marcus, so Judy could hear it.
It's Kilo Golf 6 Queen Nancy Yankee, and it's 1091.
KG6QNY. We got it. Thank you very much, Marcus. Good evening to you. You're over there at Ken's place. Staying cool or staying warm, or are you in the pool?
No, we're in the shack with them, and it's nice and cool in here. But the pool does look inviting.
Yeah, we were in earlier from about 5 to 6 tonight. We were enjoying the pool. Very good. Good to hear you. Thanks for checking in one way or the other here, Marcus. You're louder from Ken's location for some strange reason, over.
Well, we'll be working on that one, but yeah, from Ken's spot, it's a little bit better set up.
Okay, when you get a chance, look up what we charge you for the amp. Something, Ken, Frank seems to me remember somewhere between $800 and $1,200, but I can't remember. I have no recollection. I probably have a note on it somewhere, but I can't remember, over.
Yeah, roger that. Well, we'll check that out, and then I'll get back with you on that. But, of course, we never started it back up, so it was, we never did use it. We had it set up, but never did use it. So, anyways, it's going back home.
Yeah, it's sitting here. I haven't even looked at it. We brought it in, set it on the bench, and that was the last time. The rest of the weekend was busy with other stuff, so I haven't even looked at it. I'm sure it's in fine shape. I'm not worried about it at all. Thanks, Marcus. Good to hear you. Let's see if there's anybody else here, and then we should move off into the Bay Area. I'm almost in the Bay Area now. Anybody else before we go to the Bay Area? Kilowatt 6 Mike, Yankee, Charlie, 2-meter, Bozo Net.
Good evening, Ken. Good evening, Marcus. KM6SR here.
Howdy, Rob.
Hey, Mike, I'm going to go down and feed the cats, so I'll be downstairs for bed. Over.
Yeah, that's your excuse.
I might sneak a little dinner, too. Over.
Yeah, well, have a cookie for me.
Plumb out of cookies, but I got lots of ice cream. Over.
Oh, okay. I had a little ice cream last night before I went to bed. All right. Have fun eating whatever you're going to do down there. We'll see you when you get back. KM6SRR, K6MYC, now beaming into the Bay Area and taking check-ins from that place, the Bay Area.
KB6WFN5MPD.
Roger, hear you, Brett. Stand by. KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie. KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie 775. We got you, Mike. And a nice strong signal from Daly City tonight. You must be coming out of the fog and into the sun.
Oh, yeah. We had a high of 60 degrees here. We almost melted.
You had a high of what?
60 degrees, 60, over.
Oh, for God's sakes. That's the middle of winter, for God's sake. It's ridiculous. We don't even see 60 unless we wake up at 4 in the morning.
Well, the sun is shining.
It was, okay. Very good. Good to hear you. Good strong signal. You took a little quick fade when you said 60 degrees. That's why I missed it. It just didn't come through at all, hardly. Anyway, good to hear you. Thanks very much for calling in, Mike. And try to stay warm, okay?
Roger, roger.
All right, over to you, Brett. N5NPD. N5NPD. 1129, I think. K6MYC. Go ahead, Brett.
Good evening, Mike and Judy. Yes, you're correct. 1129. It was 103 here today, and that was 4 degrees hotter than yesterday. So a little bit toasty here today, and there's no wind whatsoever. So it's kind of horrible here.
Yeah, we had a little breeze, but it was nothing of any note. It was nice, but it didn't do any cooling, but it was nice when we were getting out of the pool. When it's blowing like crazy and you get out of the pool and the pool's like 90 or 85, to stand up with the breeze blowing on you, you drop temperature very quickly. But none of that today. It was just pleasant in and out and everywhere else. All righty, good to hear you. And you had a good signal the other night on 432. I'm sorry for all the problems that we were having, and that should not be a problem in the future, hopefully. N5NPD, K6MYC. Good evening, Brett.
Good evening, Mike. Have a great evening, and we'll catch you tomorrow on 6 meters, I believe.
Yes, sir, you will. Okay, let's see. Bay Area, Kilowatt 6 Mike, Yankee, Charlie, Bozo Net.
W6PQL.
Okay, W6PQL, and you better tell Judy your number. I know she knows it, but tell her anyway.
Okay. Gosh, I think it's 1296, but really no need for numbers, I guess, now that you got a scribe. Anyway, it was about 98 yesterday, 93 today, so it cooled down a bit. I think it's in the 70s now, so. No, I don't notice it, though. I've had the air conditioning on for a couple of hours, so I'm comfortable. K6MYC, W6PQL.
Yeah, no such thing here. Temperature just noted a few minutes ago by at least 2 stations around me here, 101 still. It was 105 on the patio. What did you say? It was about 6 o'clock when you looked up there, wasn't it, Judy? It was still 104, 105, something like that. I think we probably peaked a little higher than that, but that's on the patio, inside, away from the sun. So it could have been a couple of degrees warmer if you were out in the real air. Anyway, you're sounding good, and stay with me here, and you might comment. I think Steve's due back this week, so maybe sooner or later, probably tomorrow night, we'll hear you check Steve in, huh?
Yeah, I noticed that he checked into Ralph's net on Friday night, so I think he is back, yeah.
Okay, very good. All right, let's see who else we have in the Bay Area. K6MYC Bozo Net.
Whiskey Bravo 6, Whiskey November, India.
Okay, I hear you, Gary, and one other. Gary, just stand by a second. WB6WNI. Stand by, Gary. Who was the other one?
Yeah, this is Kilo 6, Whiskey India Sugar.
Yeah, Roger, we got you, Paul. Also, K6 Whiskey India Sugar. I'll give you numbers in a minute. Okay, let me get it over to Gary. And stand by just a second, Paul. WB6WNI, how are you doing? And it's probably nice and cool in the Bay Area by now with that the Bay breeze hitting you. K6MYC.
K6MYC, WB6WNI. It's cooling off, but it did get to the high 80s. Probably, I don't have a thermometer here, so it's probably high 70s. And yeah, it was nice and warm. I will say, you could get from the other guys how they saw the field day, but I thought it was very lightly attended, and like I did listen to 432.1 and this frequency, it never heard anything. 6 meters was active, however, believe it or not, that was active. Anyway, nothing else here, and yes, I'm glad we got through at 432 on Thursday. That was fun as well. Back to my 3679 and 1090.
1090 is his number. Very good, Gary. Well, we were on Thursday night, but we had a break in the middle of it because the first 10 or 15 minutes I could hear nobody. So the net was being run with other people. W6BBS was on calling in your area, as was KM6SRR. But I couldn't hear anything. I'm surprised you did not hear me. I was being heard in the Bay Area, but I couldn't hear. My receive was dead. And we think we know why. I had a preamp, but it wasn't like it was not hooked up, or a feed line, a little short jumper, a feed line was broken or something. In any case, and we finally wandered out to the barn and got on from here, and I had very nice signals from JNN and others from the Bay Area, so I'm sure we would have heard you. Chances are we just missed each other time-wise because we were running a little late because of the problems I was having. Gary, over.
Mike, you'll be so happy to hear that you and I had a great show on Thursday night. You can look at your log. No, actually, you came in wonderful, and if I tell you this, you'll say, oh, I remember. You said you were using 4 of the beads I have, and I told you it was nice hearing that bead the other direction. I'm still thinking about that. It was very amazing to hear it, and so, yeah, I really do like 432. Anyway, Mike, I'll turn it back to you, and you can go to the rest of the group. But anyway, yes, 432 was quite fun on Thursday. K6MYC W679.
Yeah, Roger. Well, the way you said it at first, I thought we missed you, but I thought I remembered working you, and I thought I remembered hearing you quite well. So that was good. I'm glad we worked you. Yeah, 4 of the 440-18s. They're up about 45, almost 50 feet here, and they're in a different location than the other ones. They're not quite as high as the 2 XP40s, but they're about through 250, 300 feet apart. And I'm running in the jack here. I'm running 500 when the amplifier finally decides to come up and stay on without kicking out. So that's the deal. It works a very good little station. The 440-18s work very well. They would be more than capable of a little moon bounce. So it's a nice little setup, but I don't even have them set up for anything but terrestrial. I cannot tilt them. Anyway, thanks, Gary, and we'll see you tomorrow night on one band or another, I'm sure, probably on 6 meters. We get Paul in here. Paul, I think we can copy you. K6 Whiskey India Sugar with perhaps some relays. K6MYC 637 for Paul.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. Good evening, K6MYC in the group. This is K6WIS. No relays, Mike, but I'm not going to be on any nets this coming week. I'm going to be working in the field. Field work from Monday right through to Friday, so you can count me out for any of the Bozo Nets this coming week, Mike. K6WIS, back to you. Over.
Okay, very good. Well, we'll miss you, of course, but I understand you got to do what you got to do out there in the field. Thanks for checking here, and I did move the antenna. You came up quite a bit. So the path is a little bit more to the north again tonight, whereas the other day it was more down to the middle of the Bay Area for some reason. Who knows? Anyway, we got good copy on you, Paul. Good evening to you. And again, thank you very much for your great regularity here on the band. Okay, on no relays. Okay, stand by a second, guys. I got a phone call. Stand by. Okay, I missed the phone call, but I think it was from my son, probably telling me that he's either going to be late or he isn't going to come in tonight at all. He'll probably come in the morning. So, no biggie, but we'll probably try to catch him in a few minutes when I get off the net here. I'll maybe give him a quick call. All right, let's see. Who else do we have in the Bay Area? K6MYC, Bozo Net, 2 meters.
WA6AXX, no traffic.
Okay. Okay, got you, Ed. Okay, my phone's ringing again. Let me catch this. I got you, Ed. Stand by. Okay, Ed. Got you now. WA6AXX. That's 773, by golly. Go ahead, Ed. How are you doing?
Oh, doing well. Went up to 90 today, so pretty hot. Doesn't get that hot up here very often, so pretty uncomfortable. We're spoiled. And then it's 80 degrees right now, so I guess it'll be cooler tomorrow. Well, that's it. K6MYC, WA6AXX.
Okay. Boy, we got blasting noise here all of a sudden. It's even covering you up. My solar guy is ripping me up here this evening. And we got you all okay on your temperatures, and yeah, well, it got to probably 105, 106 here today, about the same as yesterday, give or take a degree. But the water in the pool was warmer because of 2 nights in a row of very warm temperatures. I think we were probably 80, 90 degrees even at almost midnight last night. So the pool doesn't cool off much when it gets like that. Thanks for checking in, Ed, and I'm assuming you're getting your bedroom or your shack back in working order there. Hi. WA6AXX K6MYC.
Very good, 7-3.
Okay, anybody else in the Bay Area? We're missing quite a few. Bay Area, Bozo Net, K6MYC. Okay.
Kilo Echo 6, Quebec Radio.
Yeah, KE6QR. Good evening, Gary. Let me bump the antenna up your way, but pretty strong signal. I'll get up toward you here just a bit more. There we go.
304.
His number is 177. KE6QR. Gary. Good evening, Gary. And I assume you worked the field day. I'm surprised you're even in here with a voice. Over.
That's 3. Well, that could be conditions, but we had a very busy weekend doing field day. Great band conditions, very, very good band conditions.
Oh boy. The band just took you right out, Gary. I didn't get anything on the last 2. Nothing on the last 2 transmissions. You just went right down to the noise after a very nice, dandy, solid check-in. But we've got you logged in. Let me see if the band's coming back up, and let me hear what your results were quickly on the field day activity. Check with me first to make sure I'm copying. I've got a little noise on top of everything else. Over.
Okay, you moved your antenna. After I checked in, you went down about 3 units when you moved your antenna, but if you went back to the original heading, you might have me stronger.
That was about Q3. I could make a contact with you, but I didn't get any conversation out of it, so it's just marginal. You said something about antenna, my antenna or something, but I'm right on you. I'm at 295, over.
Okay, roger that. Hey, M1PPP is trying to check in the Third Lake gang, okay? November 1, Papa is trying to check in the Third Lake gang.
Okay, we'll put in N1PPP. November 1, Papa. Let me go a little further north for you, Dave. Let's see if we can get you. Go to 330, 310. 310 here. Okay, that should be good. N1PPP, N1 Papa, 336, K6MYC. Go ahead, Dave. He's gone here, and so are you. Boy, the conditions to you guys tonight are terrible. I could just barely hear you say, I think he said he's gone. You said he was gone, or I'm gone. Anyway, we tell him we've got Kent and we've got Dave both checked in. They're both checked in. Thank you, Gary. Over.
Okay, Kent and Dave are both checked in. N1PPP. Copy?
Roger, we copy you now. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mike. Have a good night. And we had a great field day, great band conditions. NYC goes over that KE6QR.
Thank you, Gary. Yeah, it's about Q3 with lots of QSB. You're probably hearing the same thing on me. All right, let me check and see if I can hear N6 Radio Oscar.
I hope so.
Okay, go ahead, Ken.
Okay,
KC6MYC and the gang from N6RO. How do? I did my first field day 72 years ago before I even had a license, and while waiting for my novice ticket, I operated the CW tent on 20 meters because I could do 35 words a minute. And that's my claim to fame on field day. These days, all I do is stay here in the air conditioning and work a few people late at night on 80 meters. I worked 22 this morning. KC6MYC and 6RO.
Yeah, very good, Ken. Well, fine on the early activity on field day before you even had your license, but of course you were legal. Judy kind of perked up when she heard that, but you were legal because you had other qualified operators that were overseeing you, so that's legitimate. And 35 words a minute makes you more than legitimate. You were probably better than half the guys in the shack, over?
Well, especially the phone operators.
That's for sure. I could always get up to about 30, and then I started to get marginal. I could probably do contests at 35 or 40, but it's conversational. I'm shot. I can't write it down fast enough.
Yeah, my proficiency is trailed off, but software and so forth has made it easy for me to do to the level that I do, which is not very much. Very hot today, 99 degrees, and I'm in the shack where it is 94, but I got my little swamp cooler pointed right at my face, so I'm okay. We'll see you tomorrow night on a couple of bands, N6RO.
Hello, Ken.
Hey, Ken.
Good evening to you there. Wanted to say hi. Hope you had a great weekend. Thank you, Mike.
No problem, Ken. Always worth popping in like that. I know sometimes I'm quick on the switch there. Anyway, good deal, Ken, with the swamp cooler in the face. Cold face, warm butt, huh? Okay, yeah, it was about 105, give or take a few degrees here. We looked at it once at almost 6 o'clock, and it was 104. So we assumed that it might have been a tad more than that, but, what the hell? What's a couple of degrees amongst friends, right?
Roger that. I'm going to try something new tonight. See if I can bounce off the moon at that moonrise on 6 meters with my tall antenna.
Well, that would be good. It's not the best night for it. You've got a pretty noisy sky, so you might want to think about that. If you look up. Well, I think it's on JT. Don't they give you the degradation number on 6 meters and on any band that you're on? Look up degradation, but it may not be the best night to do that. It's worth a try. I'm not trying to say no, but it's usually pretty noisy sky that you're looking through there. And as the moon gets up to 0 degrees declination coming up now out of its very low declination position in another 7 to 10 days, you'll be in really much better quiet sky conditions again. But it's never handy at that time. I got to tell you a story. I walked out last night about 9:30, and I went out to the front yard in the driveway where I normally water the grass or the gravel, and I looked out to the south, and there was this flame in the sky over there, right in the trees, and I thought, oh my God, that damn hillside's on fire over there, and I didn't think I believed what I was seeing. And I went back in the house and got Judy, and I said, come out and look at this. And she comes out and she looks and she said, well, Mick, that's the moon. No, it is the moon. By golly, it was orange and yellow, and it was flickering because it was coming up through the trees. It was just like a fire.
Yeah, well, when the moon is low, it's got some pretty good colors on it.
That's for sure. But it was really unusual last night, and I was sure that it couldn't have been a fire because we would have heard about it and somebody would have been screaming because it's right down near the lake. At that point, this was right over the lake, but in the higher foliage of the ridge line there by Table Mountain, and here's this orange thing flickering away at us, and it was really quite impressive. So we had a little laugh about that. So much for that. Have fun with the moon, but might look at the degradation numbers, and you'll think you'll find they're pretty nasty today. Over.
Yeah, right. Gary, NA60 pointed me to a site that has all the information on headings and moonrise times and set and all that stuff. So it's just a new little area of exploration for N6RO.
Yeah, Roger. Well, you've got power, so run some smoke and see if you can hear your echoes. They don't have much Doppler shift. You'll be a little bit high in frequency. They're coming back a little high, but no more than 100 or 200 cycles high. So you shouldn't have any trouble hearing them. So give it a whirl and see what you get. Go da da da, da da da. That's a greeting from moon bouncers to moon bouncers. Over. You come up to another moon bouncer, say da da da.
Okay. Yeah, I tried 2 meters last night, but didn't make it. But I was just not really precise about what I was doing. We'll see what happens tonight. See you tomorrow. N6RO.
Yeah, Roger. If you're using JT65, it should tell you what the degradation is right on the screen there. So that would be another confirmation that the sky's pretty noisy. But it's always in the southern hemisphere. You're always looking at Milky Way and other stuff out there that's pretty noisy, and it's really bad on 6. Over.
Yeah. Okay. Good info.
Okay. Good luck with it. Thanks for giving me an update. Glad you had a little fun with with the field day. I was going to get on Saturday, but we had water issues here and all kinds of other little things going on, and I just never made it. Sunday I got involved in a project, I guess, and we just we got too damn busy. Okay. Let me go up to Sacramento and see what we got. Good evening to Ken. N6RO, we'll see you tomorrow night on 222, hopefully, K6MYC.
Roger, see you then. Have a good night.
How about it, Darren? KJ6KFB or KO6KD, KJ6KFB and KO6KD, K6MYC. Anybody?
Yeah, KO6KD number, oops, I didn't do that right. Kilo Oscar 6 Kilo Delta number 776.
Roger, Bill, we got you, KO6KD. I had to write it in myself. Judy stepped out for a moment. All the liquids we've been drinking caught up with her for a second there. So I'm teaching her to be a country girl now. I'm not sure if she took my word on it, but I said, your whole world is a urinal here. You can go out and squat down anywhere, but she may have run back up to the house. She's a little self-conscious about that yet, even though it's dark here. KO6KD didn't wake up till 9 o'clock today. Yesterday was blotto. I got there at 7:33, and nobody was on at all. I did talk to Phil briefly, just to let me know that we were being heard, and it was short skip was in. I could hear Phil pretty good, but nothing else. And today I overslept. We didn't even wake up till about 5 after 9. Over.
Yeah, I was there. I didn't hear anybody at all this morning. I'm not going to say anything. We'll wait and see how it plays out. But we'll just leave it at that. But I was there yesterday, and you were very light. I could hear you talking to somebody. And I thought, well, boy, the band is in awful bad shape if that's who he's talking to. Is the guys over in around, then maybe it'll improve. But right now it's just there's too much instability, and I just don't seem to hear very well. The last time Ralph was in there, I heard him, but not nearly as well as I'd heard him before. So these guys are downsizing their antennas, and they're changing things out and going from multi-element arrays to two-element tri-banders and things. It's like, okay, well, if they're going to do that, then I'm not going to be able to be a player in it. So that's just the way it is. So we'll see how it goes. But at any rate, yeah, it was kind of a wash this weekend. I expected there'd be more problems with the field day activities than there was. But anyway, that's all I got to say. And John's out here as well, and I'll get out of the way.
Well, let me get a repeat from you on one thing. I wasn't sure if you did not hear Billy at all this weekend, but today at 7:30 you heard Rolf. Is that what you said?
No, I did not hear yesterday or today. I heard nothing out of South Africa.
Okay, yeah. I don't think they were there. And when they don't show up on Saturday at all, then I was going to be on, and I had full intentions of being there at 7:30 or earlier. But I didn't catch the time at all, and I had a restless night for some reason. I don't know why, but I really caught a good blast of sleep, obviously, because I didn't even roll over, and started to talk to Judy at about, and I said, what time is it? And I figured she'd say maybe 7:15 or something, and she says it's just 9 o'clock. And I thought, holy crap, how did I do that? So I don't know. Anyway, I don't think they were there today either, so you probably didn't miss anything, and I don't think it's propagation. I just think they've lost interest, and Bill and Bob isn't there, of course. But when Billy doesn't have any interest, he's at odds with me about Israel. He's at odds with me on Israel and a little bit on Ukraine. Not much, but I don't know whether he knows what my thinking is in Ukraine or not. But anyway. He's I don't know where his head is on Israel. It just doesn't make any sense to me. And Bob feels the same way as I do on that. So anyway, we'll see. I'll be there next weekend, and we'll see if he doesn't show up again, why we can save our breath and save our getting up times on Sunday morning. I don't need it. I can live without it. Good to hear you, and we'll stand by. I haven't heard anything from Darren. Maybe Darren will pop in, but in the meantime, we'll stand by for John. And hopefully John is feeling better after his minor skin operation there. KO6KD with a pause, and then you turn it to John, K6MYC.
Okay, well, I understand completely, Mike, what you're saying, and I agree that I didn't want to say anything, but I suspect that that's exactly what it is that Billy's got some sort of a problem. He seems to be wound a little tight at times, and I suspect that that's what it is. And where he goes, Rolf's going to go as well. So if that's the direction they're going to go, then happy trails. It is what it was, and we did it, and that's that. KR6MR, go ahead and take it if you're there. KO6KD.
Yeah, thank you, Bill. KO6KD. This is KR6MR. Bozo 759 with the Bozo Net and K6MYC. Good evening, Mike.
Yeah, good evening, John. Good signal here. I'm probably not quite pointed at you, but we can bump it just a little bit. But I'll leave it probably because we can copy. I'll leave it here, and that way we can maybe hear the guys in Redding. Although the Redding propagation has just been in the tank for the last month and a half, maybe longer. I just noticed over the last couple of months it's been really, really poor to Redding, and that was not the case for years. I've never had any trouble working Redding. So there's been a little shift in something that's bubbling our propagation, funny and different in that direction. Anyway, back to you, John, and we'll look for you tomorrow on 6. And then the following day, hopefully, we'll have a little better luck on 1296 with you. KR6MR, K6MY.
Okay, Mike, it might be going into a little bit of a fade here. I've got a new power sensor for 1.2, and according to that, my radio is only putting out 6.8 watts maximum. Whether I'm whistling into it, I'm in FM mode or in ready mode. As soon as I got the sensor, the day after I had my head surgery, and I haven't been outside to test the power sensor on the radios in the car to see if they're the same, see if it's the sensor or if the radio is bad. Over to you.
Yeah, could you give me a repeat on the last, just the last sentence? I missed it. I was having trouble getting my Bluetooth to come up. It went off on me because I unplugged it for a few seconds or a few minutes to let Judy hear what Ken down there in Oakley was saying, and I forgot to plug it back in, and it goes off when there's no signals. So I lost a little bit of your transmission, John. I'm sorry. Try it again.
Yeah, okay, Mike. I was talking about my 1.2 gig sensor. It's from Wave Node. I've liked what they've had with my other sensors. So the 1.2, I stuck it on the back of the radio, and I'm only showing 6.8 watts max, no matter what mode I'm in. But no sooner than I got the sensor, I had the head surgery, so I haven't felt like going outside. Plus, mommy would not let me outside, and I know if it's too hot. I want to put it on one of the radios in the car, and they're supposed to be 10 watts. I'll see what they read. Back to you, Mike.
Okay, I don't know what's going on here, but you just start out strong, and then you just faded right down to almost nothing. I mean, you had the volume wide open. I could hardly hear you.
That's 56.
You got the same thing there?
That's 56.
What's that?
Darren is calling.
Who is?
Darren.
Oh, okay, Darren, go ahead. KJ6KFB. K6MYC, KJ6KFB756. K6MYC, go ahead, Darren.
Well, good evening, Mike, from the nice hot grounds of Zacatepito. Yeah, where we are blistering out here in the shack right now at 98 degrees. Let's hope it cools down.
Well, we're probably right around the same temperature. It was 100 a little bit earlier, but I think it's probably dropped a little bit now. Hi.
Yeah, well, it looks like we'll be cooking for the week. Anyway, I'll let you carry on. I'll give you another check-in for the
Okay, very good, Darren. Funny, I'm hearing you, and I lost John. He just went right into the noise on me here. Okay, John, let's see if you're back. I heard a little bit of your comments about your 1.2 signal, but I didn't get the gist of it, so I'm still struggling. We may have to wait till we get on 6 meters tomorrow. Sorry about that, but every time you get started in telling me what's going on, it fades out. I don't know what's going on. I know you said something about you're only reading 6 watts or so, 6 watts out of the radio. That may be a combination of an error with your watt meter, or it could be the radio, but typically these radios are coming out very close to 10 watts. I think there is an adjustment. You might want to drop an email to W6PQL and see if he can't give you a tip. He turned his up a little bit. He was able to get a little bit more power out of his 1296 697 radio, John. KR6MR, K6MYC.
Yeah, okay, Mike. I'll drop a email. It's really showing full power, 90 to 100 watts the whole time. 1.1 still at
moving the antenna and I missed it again. So never mind. We'll get it tomorrow. Unless Bill can relay. Bill, is there anything quickly you can relay for me?
Well, basically, John's saying he's putting out regular power. The thing about 1.2 is he has a new sensor and he put it on the back of the radio and is measuring only 6 watts coming out of the back of the radio on 1.2. He has not yet gone outside. He wants to give it a few more days before he gets sunshine on his head, but he hasn't gone out to confirm readings with other stuff. But he was just letting you know that his sensor now is telling him that the radio, whether he's whistling or whether, regardless, is only putting out not the 10 watts as advertised, but he's measuring 6. Over.
Okay, well, it will be different if he isn't into a perfectly flat match at 1296. Over.
Okay, I imagine he was going into a dummy load, though, when he was measuring it out of the back of the radio. Is that correct, John?
Yeah, dummy load and dummy loads, HF dummy loads don't work at all at 1296.
I know, we got some good storage dummy loads that are good for UHF and above.
Okay, he said he was going into a dummy load, but it was one that was designed for UHF and above. They're a high-quality thing, so apparently he's quite convinced he's only putting out basically half of what the radio should be putting out on 1.2, so that's a little disconcerting, but makes it even all the more interesting if, in fact, you ever do hear them with only 6 watts. So, and I forgot what you said about 2 meters.
25 over 9 in Oakley, N6RO. N6RO. Also, N6RZJ was trying to check in.
Okay, did you catch that, John? N6RZJ is trying to check. Thank you, John. Did you get that, Mike? N6RZJ is trying to check in. Taking up too much net time. Good evening, everybody. KO6KD.
Yeah, we'll get N6RZJ. N6 Radio Zanzibar Juliet 639. I think that's right. 639, right, Dan?
Okay, you guys doubled.
I don't hear Dan at all.
Okay, Mike, he's not hearing you at all.
Something seriously wrong with the band here.
Probably. You did get RZJ, get him checked in.
KE6 ILX mobile.
Hey, Jeff, hang on a second. Mike, are you there?
Boy, I just can't hear Dan at all. This is really freaky.
Yeah, well, ILX is also trying, Mobile is trying to check in as well, over.
Who is also trying to check in, over?
ILX.
ILX, Jeff, and his mobile.
Okay, KE6 ILX.
Head and keep trying to check in. Everyone's talking over you. USL.
KE6 ILX. KE6 ILX. I got you, Jeff. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just standing by to let Dan. I guess you lost him. So I'm just in my mobile here up at the house. KE6 ILX, just quick in and out.
Over.
Yeah, we've got you. Good, strong signal here. I'm not having any trouble with you. I can't understand why I can't hear Dan. Wonder if Dan doesn't have a problem there.
Well, Dan, you're dropping out too. It's weird conditions. You were S7 and then you go to 0. So anyway, I'm going to jump out here and Dan, if you can hear me, you want to go to 200?
Yeah, you're a good copy, Jeff.
Okay, 7-3, Mike, KE6ILX.
I'm going to try for Reading. I'm not sure I'm going to have any luck at all here. Let's say Reading, K6MYC. Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie standing by for KD6 Sugar Whiskey. KD6SW, over.
AJ6, this is KD6SW, number 145 here in Reading.
Blow me down, you're Q5 for a change. Good evening. And I heard I got another voice in there, but we'll catch you up in a second. Good signal, Rich. KD6SW 145. 145 in Reading. Good evening, and I wonder if you've heard Jerry on here this evening. KD6 Sugar Whiskey, K6MYC.
Well, not as yet, but he's probably on standby right now. You're up to S9. Jerry, are you here?
KO6HS, yeah, 230. Hello, Mike. S9 here, and not falling out of my chair. Signal levels. I hope we're making it up there. Over.
Okay, well, you're way down from Rich, but you're almost Q5. Not quite, Jerry, but we've got you at 230. Take another transmission, and we'll see if we can clear you up a little bit there. Rich is very strong at the moment. That's the best I've heard you guys in 2 months, for heaven's sakes. KO6HS, Reading, K6MYC. Boy, it's just I can't pull you out of the noise, Jerry. But Rich, anyway, good to hear you guys, and thank you very much. And I'll be looking for you on 6. I'll be looking for you on 6 meters tomorrow, Rich, if you think you'll make it. KD6 Sugar Whiskey in the group, K6MYC Bozo Net, 2 meters. Okay, in the noise, but we'll look for you anyway on 6 meters, 73, 73. Anybody else? Now, there was another voice in there that I do not think I have you checked in. Try it again. K6MYC Bozo Net.
Alpha Julius, Bozo 884.
Okay, Phil, WB6GGY. WB6 Golf Yankee 884. Good evening, Phil, and I hear 2 others in there with you. Good to hear you, and welcome back. Hopefully the kidney stone is back down to normal. Over. Go ahead, Phil.
Hey, Phil, did you get rid of it?
Got rid of it. You betcha.
Well, I know how that feels. Good evening, WA60IB. I'm glad you're better.
Hey, Ken, do you have my phone number by chance?
I think I do. Stand by.
Phil, is this any better? I'm more aimed at you now, Phil. WB6GGY, K6MYC.
I do not have it, Phil.
Maybe you can get it from Mike anyway, or I can give it to you over the air here. It's no big secret.
I'm ready to copy.
Area code 209.
3434. Copy, copy.
QSL.
Anytime. Something I'd just like to chat with you about. Thank you.
Roger. Maybe after net tonight then? Maybe, 9:30?
Anytime. We're up until fairly late.
Phil, are you not copying K6MYC?
Copying MYC. Your signal is up and down tonight, but now you're stronger there, Mike. Go ahead.
Okay, just wanted to be sure that you were hearing me. I've been hearing you. There was two others in there when you called in, so I heard CW, probably from Nevada, and somebody else was in there as well. Anyway, good evening. Was WA6HNA, Greg, are you in here?
Hey, good evening, Mike. WA6HNA, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Make a transmission and give Judy your Bozo number, if you would. WA6 Hotel November Alpha, K6MYC, over.
He's from you, I believe. So, anyway, back to you, Mike. Oh, yeah, you wanted to know, 1013. Got to give you that, too.
Okay, 1013, we've got you. And probably was pretty nice up there today. Did you guys break 90?
I'm at the 3,000-foot elevation. I was actually right at 99.4, so I didn't quite hit 100 yet. So this is the highest for the year so far.
Okay. Boy, the conditions are funny tonight with the band as they up and down all over the place. You get real loud and then you get real weak. Anyway, we've got you. Good to hear you. Thanks much. Maybe we'll see you tomorrow night on 6 meters, Greg.
All right, good night, 73s, and thanks for doing the net. WA6HNA.
Thank you. Okay, the other station that was trying to break, K6MYC Bozo Net, aiming towards Sacramento more or less.
Alpha Juliet 6, Quebec Lima, AJ6QS.
Yeah, Roger. Good evening, George, AJ6 Queen Lima. Now, let's see if I can get this right. You're 1038?
Well, very close. 1031. 1031, over.
1031. As soon as I said 1038, I said, nope, it's 1031. I'm getting it. I'm a little slow, but I'm getting it, George. Thanks much. Good to hear you. You're good and loud here this evening, over.
Yeah, you are very loud, too, but there's a lot of QSD on there. I don't know why that is. Maybe cloudiness, I don't know, but your signal goes up and down a bit. Could be the heat wave or something. AJ6 got over.
Yeah, well, it's a combination of things. I've been swinging the antenna back and forth quite a bit because signals are coming in all over the place in different directions. I'm clear up into the 340, almost up to due north, and some of the guys in Sacramento are coming in stronger up that way than they are direct path, so which is about 330 for Sacramento and yourself. So it's very odd tonight. Anyway, George, great to hear you. Thanks for getting there, and your signal is now a little bit better now, that more consistent now that you've raised the antenna, I think, a little bit, over.
No, actually, I haven't raised the antenna yet. I just increased the power to 100 watts, so that maybe makes a little difference, but I still have to do the antenna. I have to get a mast. That's a little challenge here, but I will get one, and then raise it another 10 feet or so, over.
Yeah, well, that's it. I keep thinking you've raised it, but it's the power. It's the 100 watts that's giving you the consistency there, George. Okay. Thanks very much again for checking in. Always good to hear you. And we'll see if there's anybody else before we go to Sacramento. I mean, go to Las Vegas, Nevada, not Las Vegas. I can hear Las Vegas from here, but they can't hear me. That's a tough path, man. All right, here we go. Anybody else for the Bozo Net before I go to Nevada? Kilowatt 6, Mike Yankee Charlie.
Kilo 6, Victor Delta Uniform.
Yeah, there's, let's see, that's Nelson. K6J. Give me the call again, Nelson.
Yes, Mike. Nelson here. Bozo number 1081. 1081.
I need your call sign. I forgot it. K6J something.
Kilo 6 of Victor Delta Uniform, K6VDU.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, that's why I was screwed up. I kept thinking it was a J in there, but no, K6 Victor Delta Uniform. Got it. Judy, did you get his number? Okay. Yeah, and that's Nelson. Very good, Nelson. Great to hear you. Thanks for checking in here. And thank you for your regular check-ins here. You're getting to be a real regular here, and I won't be messing up your call or your number too many more times here. Hi. Back to you, K6VDU, K6MYC.
Yes, thanks, Mike. Yeah, been playing on the field day. Wow, it's hot outside, so just doing inside emergency battery power, and so yeah, that's what I've been doing the last couple of 24 hours or so, and nothing much. And back to you there, Mike. K6MYC, K6VDU here, and good afternoon, good evening, everyone.
Okay, and good evening to you also, Nelson. Thanks again for checking in. Good signal. Nice to hear you. K6VDU, K6MYC. Anybody else before we go to Nevada? K6MYC, 2-meter Bozo Net. Okay, nothing heard. Here we come up to Nevada. Okay. Here we are toward Nevada. Let's see, KD6BQ, KD6 Bravo, Quebec. Are you there, Richard? I thought I heard your CW earlier. K6MYC. Okay, I hear somebody in there. Richard, is that you? Give me Rogers if that's you, Richard. KD6BQ, K6MYC. Give me Rogers, Richard. Roger, we got it. good. KD6BQ 249. We got you, Richard. Thank you. Boy, it's weak. Poor conditions tonight. Let's see if I can hear anything from Larry. How about Larry? N7 Whiskey Tango, N7WT, K6MYC. Over, Larry? Okay, nothing from Larry. Let me try Daniel. KE7UQL, KE7UQL. Daniel, I wonder if you're copying. Kilowatt 6 Mike, Yankee Charlie, 2 meter Bozo.
Roger, this is KE72, KE7UQL. You're doing fine here, Mike, over.
Okay, very light, but we got you, Richard. KE7UQL 272. Gotcha. And I guess I haven't heard Larry. Have you heard Larry?
Negative, over.
Negative on Larry, okay. Very good. Let's take and stand by and see if Stan's in there by chance. Stan, I wonder if you're copying. K7SUN in Fallon. K7SUN, Fallon, Nevada. K6MYC, over. Okay, nothing from Stan. So I guess we're done here. Boy, Richard is way down. I wonder if you can ask Richard, does he have the amp on? I don't think he has the amp on. Either that or we got terrible conditions. KE7UQL with KD6BQ, K6MYC.
Do you need a relay, Richard?
No, I copied that. Thanks, Daniel. There's no sign of Larry or Dale tonight. Copied that. So anyway, signals are up temporarily. So anyway, 7-3 and thanks, Mike. K6MYC, KD6BQ, number 249 in Nevada.
I didn't know you drove down here so quickly and came in the shack, Richard. Holy cow, you're loud, and so is Daniel. You guys just came out of nowhere. Thanks, Daniel. Thanks, Richard. Go ahead, Richard.
Yeah, it's good to hear your signal coming up there. You were pretty rough copying most of the time. Signal's fading down, so I'm probably dropping again, too. But anyway, we'll look for you tomorrow night on 6 meters. Hopefully, we'll catch you on 6, and I'll get Larry around on 6. K6MYC, KD6BQ, 249 in Nevada.
Okay, very good. Ken, go ahead and say hello to the guys up there now that they're up. Over.
Yeah, good evening, guys. KD6PQ and KE7UQL WA60IB. Good to hear all you guys up there.
Yeah, good evening, Ken. WA60IB in the group, KD6BQ. Not quite as strong as Mike is tonight when things come up, but good Q5 signal there, over.
Yeah, you dropped a bit too. You were in S7 to 8, now you're down to S3, so it's just in one of those, I'm in one of those fades, so anyway, good night to you guys, and maybe see you tomorrow night. WA60IB.
Thanks, Ken. KE7UQL 73.
Adios.
Yeah, great signal, Daniel. You're still way up, better than normal. So it could be worse than normal and better than normal tonight. Okay. Let me just see. I think we're done here. Is anybody else in Nevada for a check-in? K6MYC. Okay, hearing nothing. 7-3 guys. We'll see you one way or the other on the band tomorrow night, probably on 6 meters, and for you, Daniel, on 222. We hope. 7-3 guys. K6MYC.
Oh, that was a good solid S9 did.
Boy, that was loud. Okay, thanks, Richard. And I'm going to go to the Bay Area for late checks and missed.
QSL on 222, K6MYC, KE7UQL 73.
Roger. Okay, 7-3, Daniel.
Good night, Daniel.
Good night, Ken.
7-3, Daniel. KE7UQL, KM6SR.
KM6SR, KE7UQL. Thanks, Rob.
You get that, Rob?
Yep, it started to fade out, but I think I got it.
Okay. Very good. I'm going to go to the Bay Area here.
Darren was calling you there, Mike. Good evening, Darren, WA60IB.
In Sacramento vertical, Bozo number 107. Copy?
That's WB6JNP is 107. Did you say WB6JNP or WB6JNN?
November Papa. Yeah, 107.
Okay, yeah, check in, Dane. Thank you very much, Darren.
He was a little weaky station, but we heard him, and him being vertical, all of us being horizontal and pointed away from him. But I did hear him, and I did take it down for the relay.
Yeah, okay, I'm glad you heard it. I did not hear it yet. Thank you, Darren. Okay. Okay, coming down to the Bay Area for late checks and missed. Anybody that's missed us on the Bozo Net here, 2 meters, kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie. K6 MYC Central California, Delta Mike 07, looking toward the Bay Area for additional checks, late, missed, or otherwise. K6 MYC Bozo Net, 2 meters, over.
WB6JNN.
Good to hear you, Jim. Missed you the first time around there. WB6 Japan November. And he's
to me again.
Yeah, WB6JNN. That's Jim Eagleson. And that's 285. We got you and the other WB6JN mixed up here. We got JNP and JNN, Jim, so that's what the confusion factor is over.
Yeah, I heard that exchange that you had there. Okay, well, anyway, nice toasty day today, but I kept cool in the house.
Well, yeah, we're anxious to get out of here because it isn't, it's about 95 in here, but we got the wind blowing on us, but it's still, we're anxious to get inside, or at least out on the front patio where it might be a little cooler. Anyway, thanks, Jim, for checking in, and we'll look for you tomorrow night on 222. WB6JNN East San Jose, K6MYC.
Yeah, okay, very good.
Getting any flying in today?
No, both planes are out of order. One, I plugged in the battery and it started smoking. Apparently it's got a hung up actuator in there somewhere. And it's not one I can really take apart easily. And the other one, I had the battery terminal come off, so I have to solder that back on. And realized I didn't have any solder, so I ordered that and got it yesterday, and I'll take care of that. And then I can go back to flying the glider. I like the glider anyway. The other one's a little too fast for me. I'm getting too old.
Yeah, you're never too old. But I can't believe that Mr. Technician, Mr. Engineer, Mr. Electronics doesn't have any solder in the shack. That's ridiculous. Over.
Well, I probably do have some. I think there's some left on a spool, not much.
Okay.
It's definitely a junk box.
Yeah, there's probably some down in there somewhere underneath a pile of other stuff, tissue paper and Kleenex, whatever. Okay. 7-3, Jim, and we'll see you tomorrow night on 222. WB6 K6MYC. Anybody else in the Bay Area before we pull the cork on the net here, over? Hey, Rob. Rob, I guess we ought to go see if we can get Eddie. He did not check in early.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about him. Okay, I'll go down there.
7-3, Jim.
Yeah, we'll see you later. Have a good evening. WB6JNN.
Thank you much. Bye-bye.
And good night, all. WA60IB going to go in, too.
Yeah, good night, Ken. Thanks for the help. Good to hear you.
You're 5x7 and 8.
Good night, Ken. Hey, is Marcus still over there?
No, he just left about 10 minutes ago.
Okay, that's why he didn't answer my call. All right, yeah, I got to tell him I'm going to not be able to be there first thing in the morning. I got to get the battery for the car.
Oh, okay, yeah, he was expecting you. Okay, good. All right, well, let him know then. So he won't be calling me looking for you.
Yeah, I tried calling once and didn't answer, so I'll wait till he gets home, I think. Anyway, good to hear you, Ken. WA6OIB, KM6SRR, 73.
Okay, Rob. Yeah, give him about 10 minutes and he'll be home. WA60IB, Northern Clovis.
Okay, I'm down toward Eddie, more or less. KE6BK. KE6BK. Eddie, I wonder if you're around there this evening. Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie with KM6SRR and the Bozo Net. Over. Give it a whirl, Rob. When they do, bump the knob.
Hey, Mike, I got a phone call, KM6SRR.
Okay, well, Eddie isn't there apparently. I'll call him one more time, but we'll call it a night, Rob. 7-3, take your phone call. KM6SRR with KE6BK if you're there, Eddie, K6MYC. Nothing heard. Anybody else before we close the 2-meter Bozo Net, K6MYC.
KE6BK, KE6BK, Eddie. I got 41, Mike. How did you do?
You got 38.
Okay, well, I must be good enough then. I'm going to take my call. Marcus is calling me back. K6MYC and Judy, 73, KM6SR going QRT.
Good night, Rob. Yours is probably more accurate than mine, 7-3.
Good night, guys. K6USY DMO6.
Good night, Aaron. Thanks for the help.
Yep, and the front lawn got mowed in 100-degree weather with the sun setting behind the neighbors' houses. So, well, better than being out in the sun.
You did get the lawn mowed, though. I want to make sure you got that lawn mowed. By God, I'm not going to let you off the hook that easy.
Yep, no, it's done. We'll catch you later, Mike. K6USY.
Okay, see ya.